turning to more news now on Charlie Kirk, as I was scrolling through social media, I noticed that there were some people on my feed who were posting negative things about Charlie's assassination. A few of the posts that I came across were either pictures of people tweeting jokes about Charlie's death or writing long messages praising that he was murdered. I knew about Charlie Kirk, and as we've discussed before, I didn't agree with everything he said, but what I saw, and I'm about to pull up, I thought was out of line, and I'm hoping that myself and other Democrats, because I've seen on the news people who are on the left say that we should tone down the rhetoric to prevent more violence, and I've also heard people say that to keep the conversations cordial, that we must point out when either side is using hyperbole or praising death or violence. They say sensitive, and it's just a picture, but as I told you, the man has passed. This is a lot to be saying about him. This first one is supposed to be a funny gusher meme. There's nothing funny about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The second one, somebody put single long shot. Again, as we've discussed, the FBI is saying that Charlie Kirk was killed by a sniper from far away. So this person is just poking fun at the way that Charlie died. There's nothing funny about this, and we need to stop it. When I saw this, I did think to myself, I understand that many people don't like Charlie, and I'm actually about to pull up a clip of some of the things that Charlie has said that I disagree with. However, though I disagree with Charlie, even in this clip, you can see that he was just trying to have a dialogue with people. The guy that is an African-American, it happens to be an African-American gentleman, but the guy that he's speaking to was saying his beliefs on the black community, and Charlie was saying some of his criticisms. And when Charlie was doing so, he had no time to disparage that young black man, and neither did the black man disparage him. So we should continue in the spirit of Charlie, whether we agree with him or not. We should continue speaking politely to one another and trying to discuss what we can do together to maybe find compromise, or maybe one group is wrong, one group is right, and maybe we need to, if we are wrong, we need to be open to doing what is correct. But I shall play this clip to show you what I mean.
Many blacks are killing other blacks?
Who just said that?
You did.
I said that?
Yes. No, but no, I want you to tell me, why is it that black Americans are 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders?
Where can you show me that?
Again, it's FBI statistics.
We've discussed this ad nauseum, so it's a lot to unpack here. When you say 13% why does 13% of the population commit 50% of the murders? There's two parts to that, right? 13% of the population represents 45 million people. So he is saying all black people, because everybody says when you combat their statement about black murder crimes, they say, we're not talking about all black people. Well, yes, you are, because you said, why did 13% of the population? 13% of the population, you're referring to blacks, represents 45 million black people. Second part of this statement is commit 50% of the murders. When you state 50% of the murders, there are 330 million people in America. Each year it's different, but the amount of murders ranges from about, some years you have 10,000 murders, some years you have 20. This is total, not just blacks. So basically this statement is referring to two groups. It's referring to the total percentage of black people, is the 13%, 45 million blacks. And then it's discussing a minority of blacks, because if it's half of 20,000, it's 10. And if it's half of 10,000, it's 5. So you're now taking and saying there are 45 million people. Why is this 45 million people responsible for this 5,000 or 10,000 percentage of the people that's murdered? My belief is that Charlie's statement is ignorant and inaccurate. So I disagree with him, and I believe what he's saying comes across as racist, because it's saying, as I've stated, it's saying that blacks, the group of blacks, represents this percentage of murders. So it's tying together all the blacks with that small percentage of people. So the proper way to answer this question is to state that it's incorrect of you to ask this question and try to frame it as stating the total percentage of blacks is representative of this small group of people that's murdering. It's not an accurate statement. Here's another clip of Charlie. I kind of went off on a rant. I need to work on being more professional and more journalistic. I keep telling you guys I'm working on it, and I am. I'm passionate. I care, and I want us to be able to talk to one another, and maybe I myself need to work on being a little bit more calm and subdued when I'm having conversations with people, because maybe when I'm talking to people in my private life or just in public, maybe I am animated and maybe people are missing the message. I hope you guys are getting the message.
Blacks are far more likely to commit crimes than any other group associated. It's like 3 to 4 times more likely. It's not even close. So how is that?
Well, I'm not here to.
Okay, this is an inaccurate statement. Gang, blacks are probably 2 to, depending on the type of crime. I mean, we've discussed this. For murder, it's like 6 times more likely than whites. Blacks are 6 times more likely, or 7 times more likely to commit murder than whites. They are about 3 to 4 times more likely to commit violent crime. Really 3, and then like 2 times more likely to commit crime. But his statement, he said that they're 3 to 4 times more likely than every group. That's just false, because it's kind of putting together Hispanics, whites, and Asians and saying, well, they're similar and blacks are different, and that's not what it is. What it is Asians commit crimes, whether it's violent or just crimes in general, at a rate, and then whites commit it almost proportionally as much. There's the same difference in the rate that Asians commit crime to whites is similar or almost exactly the same as whites committing to blacks. So his statement was kind of trying to tie everybody against blacks, and as we know, it's a spectrum. So there's some truth to the statement, but it's inaccurate. But if you notice, I'm not calling him stupid. And I must say, if he has passed now, so maybe his passing has softened me, because maybe if he were living, I could see myself flipping off at the mouth and saying he was stupid. So I'm just checking myself as we're talking, as you heard earlier, me working on who and how I am.